Greetings. My name is Rahman Mohammed. I'm your host today for MCTV. We would like to thank you for tuning in and watching. We're here today in Newark, New Jersey at King's Family Restaurant, located at 557 Clinton Avenue here in Newark. And today, so much is going on here at King's Restaurant, and we have the owner of King's Restaurant sitting to my left. And we also have as a guest today, Brother Imam Razaad. And today we would like to share with you something that is very important that happens every day in our daily lives, which is situations and concerns about our health. Today here at King's Family Restaurant, as I said earlier, so much is going on. Today we have talked with, in our previous segments, with Dr. Guy Francis, and we're talking about prostate screening, which is a prevention that we're trying to help save lives in terms of taking it from this particular disorder going into something that could be very dangerous, something called cancer. We're also doing here at King's Family Restaurant a screening for HIV, also a screening for colon cancer. So what I'm going to do is introduce you to the owner of King's Family Restaurant, who is a great pleasure here to have. He's someone here that's been in the community for years. I'm sure he'll let you know how long he's been in this community. But his concern is not just in providing you with a great service in terms of food, but also with a great service in helping all of humanity, Muslims and non-Muslims, in terms of helping to save lives. As I said earlier, HIV screening, prostate screening, colon cancer screening. These are some of the things that he has taken pride in to try to help with his customers, his fellow Americans, his brothers, in terms of helping to prevent the disorders of something that we call prostate cancer. So, Brother Yuaus, I'm glad to have you here today at MCTV. Wa alaikum salam. It's a great pleasure and honor. Brother Yuaus, can you perhaps today just talk a little bit about what you do here and why you do what you do here, and what's actually going on here today at King's Family Restaurant?
Well, today we have a lot of functions going on. Downstairs we have the meetings for political meetings for Ras Baraka running for mayor.
Okay.
And on the second floor here and outside the building we have the health fair,
okay,
which is for colon cancer screening. We're supposed to have also the mammogram, but unfortunately we did not have the amount that to bring the truck for that. Inshallah will be very soon, because right now we should be able, today we have enough number for them to bring it. We're going to have another day for that.
Great.
Also we have the HIV testing, which is, the truck is outside from Hyacinth AIDS Foundation.
Okay.
And we have also another truck from Blainfield Health Center. Also they're doing the sugar and blood pressure screening also.
Good.
And I've been in the community for 21 years. 21.
Okay.
You know, we are in a food service. We're not just only serving food, but also we care about the community that, you know, that we serve in. And inshallah, we giving back to the community by doing these health fairs every year. You know, with the collaboration with Imam, Imam Deen, inshallah. Every year we'll do a little bit something different. Last year we had something different. This year we have something bigger.
Okay.
And what came out of this health fair, which the contract with the Hyacinth AIDS Foundation to bring their truck every third Saturday to the facility here.
Okay.
And we'll do the HIV testing every third Saturday.
Every third Saturday?
Every third Saturday.
Okay.
They were excited actually, because they said they never went to any site and did as much as screen as much they did in the last health fair we have here.
Okay.
That's why they were excited to partner with us and to bring their truck every third Saturday. And alhamdulillah, because the first time she said within 2-3 hours they tested 21 people, I think.
Oh,
And after that, they still turned back 14 people because their truck, the air conditioning broke inside and they cannot do the testing.
Okay.
And inshallah, maybe every year will increase for the call-in screening and the mammogram, inshallah, because they will see how much we could draw people here for this testing. Because you know, we trust the community, and the community also trusts in us to come to these fairs.
I think that is a great opportunity for those that are listening. And the thing that impresses me most is, like I said, so much activity is going on here today. And so what we want to try to do is, I want to relay this question to Brother Imam Abdul Razaad. Maybe you can explain to the viewing audience how this all began. How did this get started, and your role and what you play?
I am presently the chair of the Islamic Community Health Collaborative, an organization that works along with a university hospital to bring health care services and education to the community. And this particular year, our focus was on prostate cancer, prostate screening, and mammogram screening. And there is a program that's called the Screening Access of Value to Essex, SAVE program, that was had been awarded a grant by the New Jersey Health Department to bring free health care screening to those in this metropolitan area, free for those who do not have insurance, both men and women. So we sought out to say, hey, listen, please, let's get out into the community, because we know we can bring the numbers.
So really, there's no excuse for anyone to come to get examined. Because in other words, like sometimes we find economics plays a role in terms of people who might see symptoms or signs of a prostate or HIV or diabetes, but then sometimes they might incur the situation that they don't have the finance for it. So I just wanted to maybe have you just expound just a little bit more pertaining to the fact that this is a free service that is provided.
One of the qualifying points of this particular programming or this particular screening is that the person must not have insurance. Okay. It's no insurance, or low income.
And low income.
There are a lot of people here in Newark and in the metropolitan area who do not have any insurance. I can think of taxi cab drivers as an example. You know, and I can think of entrepreneurs who are out in the world and they're making their way of income to support their families, but they do not have insurance.
Okay, that's very profound. I mean, but Brother Imam Abdul Razaad, besides our brother Yuaus here, we know he has the best food in town.
Thank you.
How did because sometimes we see restaurants, so our mind just is situated, okay, that's a good place to go to eat. How did the relationship start with you and Brother Yuaus? What brought us here today?
Well, what brought us here today is the Islamic Community Health Collaborative. We come together once a month. At UMD&J, where we sit down and we brainstorm on issues on how to bring the health services to the community. So with this particular issue, because we were already aware that there are taboo issues that prevail, that how could we best promote this? So we thought businesses. We thought businesses. So we thought of businesses, and in thinking of businesses, the two successful businesses that we thought of initially was Unity Beef which is located on Orange Street and University Avenue.
Right.
And also Yuaus, who's also been in the community here over 25 years now. Unity Beef over 40 years now.
Yes, Brother Akbar.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So we thought to promote through this medium to raise the consciousness of the service that's available, because those same people who do not have insurance, we frequent these places to eat or to purchase food product.
Sounds good. Brother Yuaus, you know, we know that you do what you do for the pleasure of Allah, but what message would you like to send? Because like Brother Imam Abdul Razaad had said, that this program, and we know it's for all of humanity, but it's also for the Islamic community.
Yes.
What message would you like to maybe send to the Muslim community, specifically the leadership, on how we can really take advantage of this opportunity to help save lives?
Well, first thing is unity before anything else.
Unity.
Unity.
Unity. Okay.
You know, when we bring these leaders together
Okay.
and sit, we could bring the community together. Because these leaders, they could call a shot.
Right. Okay.
You know, if you have the leaders say, okay, we're gonna go,
Right.
you know, to such place.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna follow. If we get these leaders together and we make them sit together and collaborate with each other for the sake of the community,
Right.
whether they're Muslims or non-Muslims,
Okay.
inshallah we'll get what we want. And we'll have a nice, healthy
Right.
community, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim. And to me, in my place, you know, I'm obliged to serve the whole humanity.
Right. Okay.
I do not really distinguish between
Okay.
Muslim or non-Muslim. We all are humans. We all
Right.
want to serve. We all want to live together
Right.
with peace. Simple. And I hope these leaders, first, you know, if the Muslim leaders get together and get unity, and inshallah, after that we could, you know, collaborate with other faiths, and we could come together and we have a big community,
Right.
and we all, you know, do the right thing for the sake of the community. There's a lot of people, trust me, in this community, they have their insurance, they don't have enough money to even to eat.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
we try to do as much as we can, inshallah, to serve this community, whether they have money or whether they don't have money.
Right.
We don't look who has money, who doesn't have money. We say no. We look at everybody
Right.
in the same level,
Right. Okay.
and that's what my goal, to serve the community surrounding us and outside the parameter of Newark.
Right. Right.
Which we do have a lot of customers coming from outside.
Right.
Also in the same boat as the people who live in Newark. Also, some of them have no insurance, some of them they don't even have enough money. And hopefully from this message, well, these leaders will get together and get the
Okay.
unity together, inshallah.
Yeah, good.
Very soon.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, Imam Abdul Razak, yeah, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
You're a leader.
all right.
That's
What
right.
message would you like to tell the leaders that are watching? I mean, do you have? Because you and I talked earlier about
Yeah.
some necessary steps.
Okay.
Because this is a gift from God. You know?
What we noticed, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, what we've noticed in trying to promote this affair is that we were going out to the communities, we were getting the message out
Okay.
via email, via physical hand passing of the flyers, in touching base with the imams. But what we overlooked is the fact that the imams' leadership is busy.
It's busy.
Busy in terms of they're doing a whole lot of things. But what we want to do now is we want to approach the leaders again, but we want the leaders to make a point person who will be specifically set where he can direct his membership. And this is what we have today. This is what is available to the community today: a free health screening. See Rahman, see Sister Zahida, or whatever.
Okay.
To sign up right now. You know.
Yes.
Give us 5 minutes after each khutbah or Jummah service or a ta'aleem service, where we're talking about the health of the community, and we can direct them
Right.
to where they can immediately put their name down and become a part of it.
Yeah.
That's true. Just one
No, go
minute
ahead.
about that, because what he said, if the leaders call a shot and tell people what to do, they listen
Right.
because they are the role model for them. Last week, we had 6 men came in. They thought it was last Saturday instead of this Saturday.
Okay.
I said, who told you? He said, well, they announced it in the masjid.
Oh,
But
okay.
unfortunately, I didn't ask him which masjid. He said, they announced it in the masjid.
Right.
That's why we're here.
Okay.
I mean, like what I said, if the leaders
Right.
tell their members, okay, you know, we're gonna have health screening at King's or at Unit Beef or somewhere else, they, you know, they will listen to them. And if somebody in need, they will go.
Right. So, I like what you said earlier in terms of unity. And that's a step, because unity, you know, us coming together in terms of unity with health is one aspect of it and a very important aspect of it. But we pray a lot that perhaps that would just roll into so many other issues and things that we can maybe try to come together to collaborate on. And once we begin with the unity.
Yes, all of that is possible. You know, it's another area of where we can also promote this too, is for us to initiate an invitation to come out to the masjid and make a formal presentation to the shura body or the trustees body, church, masjid, and talk about this, you know, in a more detailed fashion before the day of, that we can inform the community or leadership of the community, that we can mobilize more help and promote it.
I'm going to get back to Brother Yuaus because I want him to maybe just talk a little bit about the HIV and the organization that we would like to give them somewhat of a shout out also.
Sure.
But what I want to say to the viewing audience is that if you look at the lower part of your screen, you will see my email address. And I encourage everyone who has questions or doubts or concerns pertaining to this particular topic and the topic that preceded that in terms of prostate screening, to please email me. Let us know what you feel, what you think, and then in turn, I'll email it to Brother Imam Abdul Razak. I will keep Brother Yuaus to know, because we want to really start this journey together in terms of help saving lives. This is incumbent upon us. Brother Yuaus, you had mentioned earlier, amongst so many of the other things that you have going here today, is the HIV screening. How did that come about, and who's involved?
Well, when we had the last health fair, I had a friend of mine who works for them. His name is Elijah Muhammad, and we asked him if he could get, you know, for HIV screening. He said yes. They have a truck. They came in the first time, and the second health fair, which is last year. They came in and they were very impressed.
Did the numbers come out? Did the people come out?
Yeah, they came more than what they expected. Wow. They said every site we go, 6 to 8 hours, they never tested more than 5 to 6 people.
Right.
They sat here for 3 hours, they tested about 20, 21 people. They were shocked.
Great.
But unfortunately, their truck broke down because it was in the summer.
Right.
And they could not do the testing because they don't have air conditioning in the truck.
Okay.
And they came back 14 people. When they came and we discussed it with them, we said, wow, we were shocked to see all these people coming to get testing. Then when we heard that, I said, okay, well, how about if we do something together?
Okay.
He said, likewise. He said, well, can we bring the truck once a month maybe to the facility here? And I had made a banner, a huge banner.
Okay.
I left one in the place here, and I made flyers, and I made the big banner we'll put on their truck when they parked in the front, from 11 to 2. And people, you know, who comes in to eat and see the banner, say, okay, it's today. Well, and also we announce it in the down room, you know, today is the HIV testing. And a lot of people, they go and they get tested.
Yes. So it's evident that there are people who are concerned about their health issues. So you find that in your community, in your place of business,
yes,
that there are people who really take advantage of these opportunities.
Yes, they do.
That's good, and may Allah continue to bless and reward you for your effort and concern. So I can see why we have Brother Yuaus sitting here with us today. He plays a very intricate role, you know, involved in this here. So, Brother Imam Abdul Razak, so where do we go from here, you know?
Well, from here, we're going to continue.
Okay.
Because this particular journey before us. It looks like we've only just begun.
Okay.
So it's all new beginnings, and one of the things I do know, as a tradition of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, it was a companion that came to him and they asked him, well, what deed is it that I can do that is most best, most honorable? And the Prophet's his reply was, any good deed, great or small, consistent. So I think this our success here is going to be about being consistent. That we not let this just be the first and only time.
Okay.
For instance, I'll give a for instance. Here, the trial that was before us to put this together was, for the prostate screening, we had to meet 15 pre-screened men
Okay.
in order for the service to come out. Because we're talking about a Saturday where you're asking a person to come off of his paid work time
Okay.
to either put in voluntary time or it's overtime.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And so if you can get 15 men to pre-register, we'll come out.
15.
15.
Okay.
Now for the mammogram, if you can get 25 women, now we're talking about ages 40 and up on both issues. Okay. 25 women, we will come out. Now with the mammogram, which differs with the prostate, is that there is a mobile vehicle. A mobile vehicle with mammogram testing equipment. So we're talking about not only the motorized vehicle money, we're talking about the equipment, and now people to actually utilize that. So we're talking about actually, we need those, well, we'll bring them out if you can qualify that it's worth it.
Right. Right.
But unfortunately,
Go ahead.
we're supposed to have this May 18th.
Okay.
But I think the hospital, they have that date reserved for somebody else.
Okay.
And that's why today we're not going to have the mammogram, unfortunately, because we did not meet the right
quota,
number, the
right
quota for
quota.
them.
Right.
But if they lifted the date the same day as May 18, hopefully we'll have more. Because as a matter of fact, 3 applicants just brought their application this morning, and has spoke last Sunday to some of their church members, and a lot of them took the application with them, said, sure, well, I know a lot of people who want to get that, and they're supposed to bring it back. Some of them, they brought it back, but unfortunately the deadline to meet when Imam came in and took the application to the hospital, it wasn't enough.
Okay. I
This
see.
morning they brought some, and hopefully we're going to have some more. But the lady said, well, hopefully we'll get all these applications together, we'll make another day, and we'll bring it back.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to.
Okay. So, but I like what Brother Yunus says too, which was key in terms of it's not just the Islamic community that he's reaching out to.
Yes.
He's reaching out to the
Yeah.
churches. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
the whole thing is about saving lives.
Yes.
Brother Imam Abdul Razak, do we have another maybe potential date or something in the near future, another time slot, another, as like I said before, MCTV television is there for you. So is it something that maybe, or is it too early to maybe let the viewing audience, what is the next program or the next
Well,
site?
it's too early to give that right now, because one of the things we want to concentrate on now is just getting meeting the qualifying numbers for the service to come out.
Okay, so in other words, our struggle, our fight, our journey is to try to structure something,
Yes.
structure and organize
Yes.
the different communities,
Yes.
the imams,
Yes.
the leaders, to try to come up with a solution or a program on how we can try to recruit.
Well,
To make the numbers.
To make the numbers.
To make the numbers.
To make the numbers is the issue.
Is the issue.
And we're not going to limit this to the Islamic community.
I understand.
Because our service is about humanity.
About humanity.
Our service is about humanity, and that Newark is large. In the surrounding metropolitan area is large.
Okay.
And we're talking about a lot of people. So we want to guarantee that a service like this can go on.
Okay.
So let's broaden our scope.
Okay, fantastic. We only have about maybe 3 minutes or so left in the program. So, brother Yuaus, I would like for you maybe to if we missed something, or if you want to reiterate on something that you think that maybe some people who might have just tuned in, something that you would like to say to the viewing audience.
Well, I would like to say to everybody, we started this 4 years ago, and alhamdulillah, it's growing every year.
Good.
And this year is a little bit different than last year and the year before.
Okay.
The first year we had about 100 people. Last year we have a couple of hundred people, 150, 100,
Okay.
200 people. This year we really expected more, inshallah. And hopefully that will sit in the people's mind. Well, King's Health Fair, what is going to be sometimes between
Right.
May and July every year,
Okay.
inshallah.
Okay.
And it's sometimes before Ramadan, because Ramadan moves 10 days ahead
Right.
every year. Inshallah, we try maybe next year we'll do it after Ramadan, where all the kids off school and everybody can come outside, have
Right.
fun. We have also
Right.
refreshments also.
Right.
It's not just getting
Right.
your health check. And inshallah, they'll keep it in their mind and reserve that day for King's Health Fair.
Good. Once again, we're here at King's Family Restaurant at 557 Clinton Avenue. Believe members out. We got 1 minute. Okay. So just say something to what you think that is need to be said to our viewing audience in 1 minute.
Come on out. We're part of the Islamic Community Health Collaborative. What we're formally looking for is for all of the masajids in the metropolitan area to send their representatives out to be a representative of their masjid, to be a part of the collaborative, so we can have a broader base to touch the community in a larger way. And all we need is just one representative from each masjid to come on board and be a part of the Islamic Health Community Collaborative, so we can be of service not only to our community, but to the community at large.
I think this has been a great program. Our first segment, we dealt with the prostate disorder. We had Dr. Guy Francis, that was on the show. And one thing that impresses me very much is Brother Yuaus here at 557 Clinton Avenue. What he's doing here has to do anything from a monetary point of view. It's a human thing that he's doing for all of humanity. Sometimes we see businesses and we assume all the time things has to do with finance. Brother Yuaus here is giving something back. So not only does he give us a quality service, Brother Yuaus, we thank you, we appreciate you. He gives us something from his heart in terms of letting you know, the people here, that Brother Yuaus is not just here for monetary reasons, he's here to help save lives. I'd like to thank my guests, and we hope you continue to watch MCTV. Thank you very much for watching. I'm your host, Rahman Mohammed.